My dad passed away from colon cancer at the age of 48 when I was just 2 years old. Now, I've seen fairly recently a lot of young people saying that they've been diagnosed with colon cancer, and since I am at a high risk of getting colon cancer, I decided to make an appointment with my doctor to get a colonoscopy done. I needed to take a pregnancy test 7 days prior to my scheduled appointment at the doctor's just to obviously make sure I'm not pregnant. And they prescribed me 2 medications. One was Gavilite, which is a bowel prep solution. It's a powder that you mix with some water. And number 2 were some tablets that were the equivalent to Gas-X pills. You obviously need to prepare your body for this procedure. So 3 days before my scheduled appointment, I had to stop eating high fiber foods and eat more of like yogurt, white rice, and lean meats. 2 days before my appointment, I had to avoid drinking any like smoothies, milks, avoid any food or drinks that had any red, purple, or orange dye in them. The day before the procedure, I cannot eat any solid foods, only liquids. This day was especially hard because I eat often and I developed a major headache because I was starving, and I was working patrol that day as well, so it kind of made it a little extra hard. After work, I get home, it's already the evening time, so I needed to start drinking that Gavilite solution that I mentioned earlier. The powder was already in the gallon that the pharmacy gives you. I just filled it up with water, and it came with like this little lemon flavored packing stuff that you can add into it just so it doesn't taste as bad. And I had to drink half of that big gallon the previous night. The flavor of the solution was okay. It kind of tasted like soapy water, but after a while I started to get super nauseous, and I was advised that I need to have a restroom nearby, but the solution didn't kick in as fast as I thought it would, so I was fine until like the middle of the night when I had to go use the restroom maybe like 3 times. The morning of my procedure, 5 hours before, I had to take 2 of those Gas-X pills and finish the half gallon of Gavilite that I had left. After I finished that half gallon, I had to take the remainder 2 Gas-X pills. So 3 hours before my appointment, I needed to stop drinking all liquids, obviously still no food at this point. And this is when the solution started to kick in, because I swear I went to the restroom at least 15 times. And this might be TMI, but that solution runs straight through you. So it's essentially just water at this point that's coming out. I get to the facility, I meet with my nurse, she gives me this gown to dress in, some of those grippy hospital socks, and she hooks me up to the machine, takes my vitals, and I just lay there for quite a while until they actually come back to get me to then eventually wheel me in. And this just confirmed my dislike for hospitals. And it's not the people that I don't like, it's the environment, the smell, the machines. It confirmed I do not like being inside of hospitals. At this point, I start to get very, very nervous and uneasy, but the nurse eventually wheels me into the room. She gives me the sleepy medication. I don't actually fall asleep. I just kind of daze off a little bit. But I'm laying on my side and I can see the screen and see what the doctor is doing, and kind of just seeing what my insides look like. The procedure itself was super fast. I want to say is maybe like 25 minutes. They did tell me they removed a polyp from inside and that they were going to send it to the lab for testing. At this point, I was just hoping that everything was going to be okay, nothing bad, but I just had to wait for the results at this point. Now, in order for this procedure to happen, you need a designated driver, because after they're all done, you're still kind of drowsy and they don't want you driving. So after the procedure, I went and got something to eat, something super light, because obviously I haven't had any solid foods in a while. And a couple days later, I get my results. So my results stated that the polyp was a hyperplastic polyp, which was not precancerous, which was super relieving on my end, but I was told that I need to get another screening done in about 5 years. All to say to always get checked whether you're feeling fine or not, because you could be the healthiest, fittest person out there, but you never know if internally there's something going on. and always advocate for yourself and push to get any testing done if you genuinely feel like something is really off.